Gather round, you beautiful bastards, because today we're diving into the history of the angriest, mustachioed art school reject, ol' Adolf Hitler. We're going to find out why this maniac failed to conquer Britain, a country that was smaller than his mustache in square miles. So put on your thinking caps, because we're about to go on a wild ride through the twisted mind of history's most infamous villain. Our story begins in 1940 when Hitler had already steamrolled through Europe like a pissed-off rhinoceros. Britain was next on his hit list, and he figured he'd just blockade and bomb the crap out of them until they surrendered. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. So Hitler launches the Battle of Britain, which sounds like a badass wrestling match, but it's really just a bunch of dudes in planes jerking off their machine guns at each other. The Royal Air Force, or RAF, goes toe-to-toe with the German Luftwaffe in a high-stakes game of aerial chicken. Now here's where Hitler really starts to screw the pooch. He thinks the RAF is a bunch of pussies and the Brits are just gonna roll over and take it. These plucky Brits were like a bunch of angry wasps, buzzing around and shoving their pointy little planes up the Luftwaffe's ass. In a move that can only be described as dumber than a bag of hammers, Hitler decides to change tactics mid-battle. He starts focusing on bombing British cities instead of military targets. This does two things. It pisses the Brits off even more, and it gives the RAF a chance to catch their breath and regroup. The British people, being as stubborn as a mule with a migraine, refuse to give in to Hitler's bullying tactics. They've got Winston Churchill on their side, who's basically a human bulldog with a cigar, and he's ready to slap Hitler silly with his massive meat scepter of justice. Finally, like a little bitch boy who sees a shiny new Lego set, Hitler gets a boner for invading the Soviet Union. He shifts his focus eastward, leaving Britain battered but not beaten. Big mistake, Adolf. And that, you greasy goblins, is how old Adolf fumbled the ball and let Britain slip through his fingers like a lubed-up eel. It's almost poetic how his raging hard-on for world domination made him overlook the sheer tenacity of the Brits and their Churchillian cojones. So next time you're feeling down, just remember, even Hitler screwed up big time, so don't sweat the small stuff.